10 out of 10. It's just not, it's not what was advertised. I mean, okay. Today we are trying out a bunch of recipes. And not just any recipes, but healthy TikTok recipes. These come up on my For You page all the time because my For You page is literally just recipes. So I see all kinds of different ones, and I've seen so many of these kind of like healthy ones with all these like different kind of things in them, and I kind of want to give them a try. And I want to see if they taste as good as they look, because a lot of them look really good, but do they taste really good? We're gonna figure that out today. Now, the first recipe has got me so excited because I was literally craving one of these the other day. It's a Boston cream baked oats. I've only had baked oats once, and it was a little underwhelming. Like, it was good, but like, was it really that good? Better than a bowl of oatmeal? I don't know. I think the main reason I can't get behind so many baked oat recipes is because I feel like a lot of them are just too sweet in the morning. Like, I really have to be in the mood for sweet things, and if I am in the mood for sweet things, it's usually like the most I could do is like some maple syrup, but anything like sweeter than that. I didn't realize this recipe called for an egg, but luckily we got some just egg on hand. Eggy deliciousness. Also, why does every single one of these recipes, I had like 10 to choose from, all of them include protein powder or like something like that? Why does everything have to have protein powder in it? Because personally, like, I can taste it in everything. It's just like chalky and icky. I've never been a fan of protein powder, and I feel like if you put it in drinks, if you put it in food, I can just taste it, you know, like it's there, like it's just talking to me. So I'm going to be omitting protein powder for every single one of these recipes. Oh, okay, a little sassy. So I really hope that it doesn't affect any of like the consistencies or anything like that. All right, so I got my cute tiny little ramekins, which are just too much. There's fluff in them. Maybe I should give them a rinse. Okay, so I'm gonna pour half of the batter. I don't know if this is gonna make 2 or not, but it said pour. Let's make 1 and make sure that like we can actually make it. And then it called for vanilla pudding or custard in the middle, and I just whipped up a quick one because I don't think I've ever seen a store-bought like vegan pudding before. It'd be really cool. That's quite enough. Nice. Oh, it's so. I do have to admit, it's cute. It's very cute. That's the oven, ready just in time. So we're gonna go throw these little boys in there for, I think, 25 minutes. Look how cute they are. Okay, next we have a tiramisu oat cake. Now, I don't know how this is much different than baked oats, but I'm pretty sure it's just baked oats, but they're calling it an oat cake just to be fun, be different. All right, so I've got all the oat cake ingredients in here, and I'm just about to mix them all up. So I put the cake batter into a little oven-safe little thing. I gave it a little taste. It's, I added a little bit of sugar in sub. It said of like, if you don't use protein powder, you have to add a little bit of sugar. But it doesn't really taste like much, and it's not very sweet. And if you're calling yourself a cake, I think you need to have a little something to it. Anyways, we're gonna trust the process. We're gonna bake it, put the icing on, and we'll see how it is. Look at how cute the little Boston cream one looks. Oh my gosh. It smells amazing. And it looks really good too. To honestly get like the full Boston creamness of it, I feel like I need to let it cool before I put like the chocolate on top, just because I don't feel like you eat a Boston cream hot, right? You want everything to be kind of cooled down. Oh, it smells so good. My hopes are now very high for this one, but I feel like I need to lower those expectations just so I don't, you know, throw it off. You're not even gonna be good. You're gonna be incredible. Okay, next up we are going to be trying to make these healthy chickpea blondies. Now I have a question. What is the difference between a blondie and like a chocolate chip cookie? Because I used to think it was this huge big different thing, but then I made them and I'm like, it's just a chocolate chip cookie in like a square form. What the heck? I remember making a recipe kind of like this one when I first went vegan so many years ago, and I was like, I had no idea what I was doing, and they were quite literally terrible. But these look really good, and it looks nowhere near the recipe that I did. So we're gonna give it a try, and we're gonna have our fingers crossed. All right, we've got the big blender out for these bad boys. So we add in a can of washed chickpeas, and then I'm adding half a cup of peanut butter. It says to add just a nut butter. I hope this is gonna be okay because it's all I've really got. But I just hope it doesn't taste too peanut-y. I got this absolutely massive bag of chocolate chips from Costco. I knew that they sold them, I just didn't know they sold them where I live. It's literally, how much is this? 2 kilograms of chocolate chips for like 10 bucks. And they're accidentally vegan. And so many vegan chocolate chips cost like $10 for like a package like this. So this is a new dawn. It is a new day. So we're just gonna add a little bit of chocolate chips and mix them in. Okay, stick with me here. I really wanted to not have to use more parchment paper or anything, so I'm gonna just like put them, I need smaller silicone mats because I use them for everything, but it'd be great to have them that they would fit in like baking things too. That looks pretty scrumdiddlyumptious, does it not? Guys, I tasted the batter. That's bomb. Like, that's the bomb.com right there. You can definitely taste a little bit of like the peanut butter. If these taste as good baked as they do raw, we're on to something here. The Boston cream ones are almost cool, so we're just gonna spread a little bit of chocolate on top. So there's 2 recipes left that I kind of wanted to try. One is a carrot cake and one is a brownie batter dip that you like dip things in. I really want to try the carrot cake one because I was craving carrot cake the other day. But the brownie batter one, I'm a little bit nervous that like, what am I going to dip in it? I'll make it, but then what am I going to use with it? So we're going to start with the carrot cake one and we'll see how it goes. So we're starting with 2 big old cups of oat flour that I just made again. Thank goodness we got this big bag because everything's oat flour. Alright, so we're gonna give all the dry ingredients a little mixy mix. I may have used too small of a bowl, but that's neither here nor there. So we have a bit of a tragedy on our hands. I'm making a carrot cake and this is all the carrot we have left. Okay, we actually managed to get like 3/4 a cup.
That is not
of carrots.
What'd she do?
Wow, Rowan, that's violent. And the recipe called for like 1 cup and like a little bit more. So, you know, we persevered. We didn't give up, and I feel like this will be okay. It's not gonna be as carroty as it should be. So it says to make a well in the middle and then pour all the wet ingredients inside. Yummy. So the first thing we're gonna try is the Chickpea Blondies thing. I got a little corner piece. It looks a little raw-ish, but I mean, I cooked it exactly as the recipe said, so let's give it a little go. Okay, tastes delicious. I just feel like it's very soft on the inside. Like, I feel like it could just have maybe a little bit more time in the oven. It tastes really good. The texture is just more like a little crispy on the outside and very like cookie dough on the inside, which I mean isn't bad because it's not like it's raw cookie dough or anything. I would have to give that like a 9.5. Yeah, that's really, really good. Okay, next we're going for the Boston cream baked oats, which look sensational. Okay, we got a little bit of custard, we got a little bit of cake, got a little bit of chocolate. Does it taste exactly like a Boston cream donut? No. Is it good? Yes. I feel like on my bad, the vanilla pudding I used was not very sweet, like the one I made. I definitely could have added more sugar to it, like I tasted it after. And it's good, but it's just not very sweet. So I feel like if I did it with a sweeter custard, it would be better. It would be more similar to like a Boston cream donut because they're quite sweet. But in terms of just like flavor and taste, I'll have to give it like probably like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. I don't know how you would ever eat this for breakfast though. This would just kill me. Like even this sweet, which is not very sweet in the morning, I would not feel so good. Okay, last but not least, oh, no, this is not last, we still have one more. Second to last but not least, we have the Tiramisu Oat Cake, which is basically baked oats. A little close-up shot with the icing. So I made a little kind of tofu icing-y thing with a little bit of cinnamon on top. Full disclosure, I did add a little bit of maple syrup to the icing because it didn't call for any. And I know that the base of it isn't sweet already, so. Okay, synopsis. It doesn't taste bad. It tastes pretty good. It reminds me nothing of a tiramisu though. Unfortunately, it's just gonna taste like a cake, not even too chocolatey, even though there's cocoa powder in it. Some icing on top. It's just gonna taste like an oat cake, which isn't a bad thing. It's just not it's not what was advertised, unfortunately. But I mean, it's still good. I wouldn't, you know, turn it away. But unfortunately, it's not a tiramisu. So we're just waiting for the carrot cakes to come out of the oven. And I was doing all the dishes and I stepped in water. Now my socks are wet. And it's really bummed me out. Wet socks are like the worst. Okay, and last but not least, we've got the carrot cake. Put icing and a couple of pecans. I use pecans because we're all out of walnuts. So it looks really good on the inside. I'm very curious if it's gonna taste carroty or not, because obviously with the lack of carrots, but okay, hold on a minute. That is so good. The only like, it's kind of a little crispy on the outside, super soft on the inside. My only one complaint is a little bit more icing, which is totally my bad because I was just going quick. I don't think I made as much icing as the recipe called for, but it tastes so good. It's like the perfect consistency on the inside. Okay, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. So the carrot cake definitely has to be my favorite, number one, with the cookies coming in at a close second. The other two were good, but those two exceeded my expectations. They were delicious. Very happy with those. I'm very excited to eat the rest of that carrot cake. So thank you so much for watching. I didn't get around to making the brownie batter mix thing. So if you guys like this video, maybe we can do like a part 2 and try some other recipes because there's just so many to choose from. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope I didn't make you too hungry, and I hope you're having a great day.